Finally tonight, we will never forget what happened 10 years ago today. We learned our colleagues Bob Woodruff and cameraman Doug Vogt had been badly injured in Iraq, but we didn't know how badly hurt at the time. 10 years later, both now marking their 10th Alive Day, and both wanted this story to be about the others who've triumphed. And so tonight, the people they've now helped, our Persons of the Week.
Heading up to Camp Taji.
10 years ago today, our colleagues and friends Bob Woodruff and cameraman Doug Vogt in Iraq. Bob's final dispatch recorded, but before it could even air, their convoy hits an IED. Bob suffering shrapnel wounds to the head. We nearly lost him. Doug in surgery too. We would learn early Doug would survive, and we waited for Bob. 40 days in a coma, he wakes up. His wife Lee right by his side. His children and the long wait for their dad to come home.
Oh, it's so great to be home.
And it was his children who would bring him back.
Buckle.
Buckle.
Belt.
Buckle.
Buckle. Belt buckle. You taught me.
10 years later, Bob is as hungry as ever, reporting from all over the world. Tonight, marking what's called his 10th Alive Day. The Bob Woodruff Foundation helping so many of the wounded. Sergeant Michael Boothby writing to her husband, "This photograph of your boots is my gift to you today. It reminds me that a decade later, like so many military families in this country, we are all still standing. We have survived, and then some." Bob, Doug, Lee, and all of the wounded who they've helped, we celebrate them all. I'm David Muir. Have a good evening. Good night. And finally tonight here, our Persons of the Week. It's not often we get to take you backstage with so many names at once. Tonight, Bruce Springsteen, my moment with Jon Stewart, Louis C.K. But they would be the first to tell you they are hardly the headliners here. Tonight, they're helping us honor our heroes, our Persons of the Week. We arrive at New York's Madison Square Garden, just as everyone else was arriving too. The seats filling up. Backstage, Bruce Springsteen, quietly waiting. And we were behind the curtain too.
Thank you. That's one. And then I can salute you.
Absolutely. We find our friend too.
Woodruff.
Hey, there you are, man.
How are you?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank
Bob,
you.
8 years running his Stand Up for Heroes, injured himself covering the war. We all remember his comeback. Never forgetting our veterans who are fighting to come back too. Waiting to go on, comedian Jon Stewart, who comes back every year.
So, John, one thing that you said not long ago was that it's quite moving to be performing for people who are so much better than you.
Yes. I stand by that statement. We're very good at making veterans. We're not quite as good at caring for them.
Give us a window into your material tonight. Have you come up with any yet?
It will be incredibly vulgar, as is expected.
Comedian Louis C.K., who has visited our troops overseas, and here at home remembering his own visit to Walter Reed.
And at the end, I said, I'm sorry for what happened to you, and he couldn't really talk, but he said, I'm alive. I'm alive.
And comedian John Oliver, his new HBO show, hardly world news tonight. He calls it Last Week Tonight. He married an Iraq veteran, an Army medic.
I was in Afghanistan last year. All they want to know is, are people thinking about us back home?
Lee, come here.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Bob Woodruff's wife, Lee.
Wait, I thought he was with First Day Tomorrow.
First day tomorrow.
Who are you?
That makes as much sense.
You're a poser.
Yeah.
This is a real newsman.
Well, I don't know.
No one's denying that.
All right, listen,
no one's denying
buddy.
that.
But the true star waiting in his dressing room.
I'm Derek.
Captain Derek Herrera, a Marine, shot in the spine by a sniper in Afghanistan, paralyzed from the chest down. He once stood at 6'2", now about to put on what's called the rewalk, exoskeleton technology. About to walk across that stage. He's worn it before, but never in front of his fellow vets.
I'd forgotten what walking was like until I was able to put this device on and start walking again.
And he does it. Backstage, his wife, Maura, a ballet teacher, telling me what it was like the first time she saw him walk again.
To see him back up on his feet again, you know. So I always get emotional thinking about it. He's tall, and to be able to look him in the eye and give him a hug standing up, and it's one of those moments I won't forget.
Derek and so many of the Warriors gathered in one place, a tribute from the boss. One night, allowing us all to honor them, a reminder we can never forget. And so we choose our wounded warriors and all of our veterans. And with Veterans Day coming, we want to hear from all of you. Leave your message of thanks.